What's going on, guys? National Master James Canty III here. Today we have Title Tuesday, guys. You already know it's about a minute out, So let's actually get right into it, guys. As you see, $1,600 prize fund, 3 minutes, 1 second increment every single Tuesday here. And here is the format: 11 rounds. We have 3 minutes with 1 second increment. So not a lot of flagging, meaning running out of time. So here are the prizes for today's event: $750 for first, $400 for second, $150 for third, $100 for fourth. Then we have best female with $100 and best stream with $100, guys. So let's get right into it. It's about to start in like 20 seconds here. You see the big dogs are in. Hikaru's here. Okay, we have Wonderful Time, who is Min Lee. You see Daniel Naroditsky's playing. Look at Hikaru. Look at his rating, guys. 3257. He is not playing any games here today. 3257. The man is a beast, as we all know. But games are going to start, and here we go. We're going to watch Hikaru. Oh, hello, Title Tuesdays. That's right. All right, here we go. So we have Hikaru with the famous. He does this every week, guys. Every week. And I bet you with the black pieces, he's going to play move 1, G6. So let's see what happens. Against anything, move 1, G6. So here he is already knowing what to do here. In the Larson system, or the B3 move 1 almost. I mean, he actually did it move 2. But B3 move 1 is basically kind of the same thing. It's honestly a very annoying opening, to be honest. Very annoying opening. But takes, and then we have knight to A6 here. So knight A6 is hitting the C5 square. He's just saying, hey, I'm going to take this pawn here and bring my knight closer to the center because knights on the rim are dim or grim or whatever you want to call it. So don't put a knight on the edge of the board unless you're going to bring it back to the center within 2 moves, guys. That's the rule. That's the rule. Hikaru, what a guy, says Yug Deep. What a guy, right? He plays queen a5 check. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder if he's going to take this way and allow bishop takes a6 to happen. Because you would think knight takes c5, but he didn't like that, probably because of e5. I want to see what happens after this check. So Hikaru's thinking. He plays queen d2. Wow, queen d2. He didn't want to play c3. Bishop c3 is extremely weird. And he plays queen d2. Says, hey, we're just going to go into already a queenless middle game. Queenless middle game, which could easily, become, this is not over yet. There's a lot of play still, but, these things can become draws a lot. But you are playing Hikaru Nakamura, half man, half everything else. This Grandmaster here, Second Life is his username, 2478. So he's no slouch. He is strong, and he's from Switzerland. Nice. So this knight here, and these knights are loose pieces. Loose pieces lose games. What loose piece means is undefended. So you want to make sure you have defended pieces because you have discoveries that can happen, like knight to c4 hitting the knight. So he defends one of them. You can't defend both at the same time, he says. So b6 followed by bishop to b7 to defend and keep the bishop on the long diagonal while developing it all at the same time. And g3 says, I'm going to oppose that same bishop, and he does exactly that. Hikaru just played 4 games against Levon Aronian this morning. He did, I know, right? He had a warm-up with Levon. Yeah, he's fired up. He's fired up. King b1, always a good move to make when you castle queenside. When you do castle queenside, lots of times they always say that you're not fully castled unless you play king b1 or king to b8. So always remember that rule. It's a good rule. And the reason being is because the king sits on the c file while castled, where a rook can go and just put some uncomfortable pressure. Interesting move, knight to e6. I definitely wonder what that's about. This knight is definitely misplaced, guys. The pawns are kind of blocked here. I mean, especially this one. And we don't have any real squares to go to. It's kind of a interesting way of playing here. Quite equal, though. He does castle queenside. Bishop takes. There's a lot of pressure here, so probably taking. Somebody's going to take. I just don't know who yet. Knight to c4. Came from d2. Opening the file. Looks good. Open the file with a smile here. Knight to c5. Here it is. He moved that knight to the center here. But it's a little bit, not that it's late, but it took a lot of moves. He played f4 here now to solidify the center, really. b5, should we take or should we not to take? That is the question. He says no, knight a5. And if bishop takes, there we go, takes back here. b5 is a little loose here. You may have c4. These knights, though, are definitely discoordinated. Discoordination is not good in chess, but he's easily bringing you back to the center to coordinate here. With the rook and a knight on this square, beautiful square, also hitting e7. He says, hey, take it. Is there a mate in here? No, he has king a6. b4 should be winning. That should be out. That's game over here. Knight d5, and we live. What is this move? That is not a move. Bishop d4, game over, resigns. Resigns. He could try knight e6 again. He could try knight e6. Because at least that defends. If you take with the bishop, he takes back. So it's kind of tricky. But you actually have knight b3 there in that situation. Knight e6, knight b3, game's over. So he plays d6. You still could play knight b3 anyway. Knight to b3. And he's able to take this knight and threaten it again. So kind of weird though. Knight b3, knight e6. Pawn takes. Bishop moves. Oh, probably bishop c3 to go bishop a5. And we live. Yep, knight e6 looks great. But then pawn takes, bishop c3. Here it is, guys. Here it comes. Knight e6 is on the board. He's going to take this knight with check. And back the bishop up and go this route. I mean, that's the best way to play, actually. You just up a lot of material here, says Hikaru. He actually plays knight d5 in between check here. So if king here, knight takes e7. Very interesting, actually, that he's going for this line. King to d7. Now it's very weird now. Very weird. It's still +4, though. Still +4. Maybe takes. So this is a way to play. Takes. Which way are we taking? This opens the bishop up. I think this way. When do you ever have a 5-pawn chain? A 5-pawn. Look at this, guys. I mean, somebody take a picture of that. 5-pawn chain. This is almost never heard of. And then almost 6. Like, you just almost want to do this just because it's like a first in a lifetime kind of thing. Look at this. This is crazy here. 18 seconds here, though, for the Grandmaster here. He's going to go down. Last game of Nepo and Raja was so instructive. Crazy end game. Doubling on the file. Very nice move here. Knight d4, knight b5 is good. He threatens the rook. We move it. We hit f7, especially after capturing. Takes, rook takes, bishop e7. Good to go and taking on h7. And we still have a beautiful pawn chain here. Knight d4, thank you very much. Followed by knight takes b5. That's a freebie. Hitting the rook. Be careful where you put this rook. Be very careful where you put this rook. And there is a resignation. GG for Hikaru. What else did you expect, right? Last week he actually, did he lose 2 games or something like that? He had not a bad tournament, but he came back and ended up tying for like 4th place or something last week. So we also have Andrew Tang and a lot of other strong grandmasters here, guys. It's going to be fun to watch. So we do have 11 rounds today. So let's check out some more games. Daniel Naroditsky is here. Loving the commentary. Thanks, Krunken Noodle. Welcome. Daniel Naroditsky's playing, guys. The man, the myth, the legend. Half man, half everything else. Daniel Naroditsky is playing today. He was actually losing. You saw the engine go crazy for a second there. But he didn't have any time to figure it out here. And he fails to convert. Loses on time. Daniel Naroditsky takes that one. And here we go. A legend here. A legend. Probably the strongest international master on the planet right now. Wonderful time, which is Min Lee. As you see, his rating is 30-25, but he's an IM. We're going to put quotation marks on that one. He's an international master, but he's probably the strongest in the world for being an IM. He's just only a matter of time, basically, before he gets it. But as you see, he's 3,000 here. He's having not trouble here. He is down on time, and this is 3-1. So we will have some time back. 3 minutes, 1 second increment. But this is not a winning position for Min Lee. Yeah, Marcial. Yeah, funny. So maybe pushing these pawns here. Honestly, white is not doing the best here. He doesn't want to draw. He does not want to draw, but maybe he has to take it. Especially having 13 seconds here on the clock. And this FM here, Chess Dreamer from Kazakhstan, has more time. He's also pressing him. King d4 might be okay. Maybe king e5. There we go. Working him. Check. King f5. Okay. Getting a little closer. He's trying. He's trying everything in the book. Gonna stay for the commentary. Let's go, Caliber. That's right. This guy won the last 2 arenas, I think. He has won a few. I do know that for sure. Playing chess right now, and with this one playing in the background is great. That's great. Ront is dead. Working him, says okay, Walnut. Yeah, he's trying to work him right now. He's trying to work him. This rook has to stay here to take on f4, so he might be actually bagging a draw here, just like he wanted. You can check him again. You honestly could go back and forth. He went king e5 for something different, but he needs to be careful with this time. Even though it's 1 second increment, I mean, he has 5 seconds, so you're only getting, what, 1 second? Makes it 6 seconds, so you have to move really fast here. And there was a draw. Agreed to a draw. Great job for actually Min Lee for not botching that game, actually. Jospum, another strong player. Oh my goodness, there's so many monsters here. Jospum got a draw here against an FM 2481. So he will lose some points there, but he didn't lose the game. He didn't lose the game. Let's check this game out here. Oh, that's a draw too. Man, just draw after draw? Draw after draw, guys. This one kind of looks like a draw too. Does anyone have the tournament page with full standings? Actually, you can go to the full standings yourself and actually check them out from the live chess channel. You just go into live chess, click on tournaments, and then click on in progress, and you'll be able to see this one going on right now. And then you can check the standings yourself and sit there and watch everything that happens right here too as well. So queen check. Yeah, this looks like a draw too as well. I mean, how many draws did we see in a row? Is that like 4 in a row? In a row, like in a row, guys, back to back. You can go on the website. Yes, yeah, you can go on the website. Takes. Whoa, hold up. Okay, yeah, this is a draw. He's still going to get the king around. Takes. And double pawns here. White can try to press. Okay, that's not going to do it. Takes. And just walk the king back. Walk the king back, and this is a draw, folks. This is a draw. Can you try king f6? Is that too much? That definitely is too much. Definitely is too much. And then we just go back and forth. Yep. Thanks, Sandra Mike. Found it at ADV. You found it. Great job. This is the last game in round 1. Oh, yikes. Whoa, what is going on? Yeah, you just take the queen. Take the queen. Why is he still playing this? Why are you still making moves here? What are you doing? There we go. Dang, that was mate, guys. Look at this. This is an interesting kind of mate. Literally made it in the center of the board. When does that happen? That's kind of that's definitely something to pay attention to. The king actually like cuts off these squares. That's pretty cool, right? Let's check the standings. See what we got. Thank you very much. Yes, no problem. You can watch the game in standings here. Yeah, Hikaru was in first, and Naroditsky's in second. Well, round 2 has actually started, so let's get to it. Let's go to the rounds, guys. Get the games going. Hikaru versus Fighter 008. Whoa, what happened here? Let's start from the beginning. And what did I say, guys? I was like, yeah, move 1 for black is going to be what with Hikaru? He's going to play G6 as black no matter what you play. And then he's going to play Knight F3 and B3 no matter what you play. Okay? So let's see what happens every game. Let's go to the live game, though. Live position. To be honest, I actually like White's position. I'm a big fan of these kind of openings where you're able to push Harry the H-pawn here. Shout out to, of course, Naroditsky and Simon Williams. But Harry the H-pawn. Love pushing Harry here. H6 looks good. Bishop F8. But, of course, you are playing Hikaru. So you have to do this with great caution. And we stress great. A lot of stress on great. The biggest letters on great, you know. You have to have, like, very, very good precision here. Great ideas. Because you're playing Hikaru Nakamura, this could be very bad. And it already looks bad right now because if you move the bishop, look at this, guys. Bishop F4. Even bishop, let's just say bishop F4 is not that good either. But if you go here, pawn takes, knight takes. Knight takes, queen takes. Bishop C5 is almost an idea. Now, he was hitting the rook here, but there was an idea like that. Queen to D2, he's out of the way. He says, go ahead, take the bishop. Go ahead, take the dark square bishop. So that could help, honestly, black here. Could definitely help. Very interesting. Look at that man go. Look at that man go, Walnut. Look at that man go. Knight takes. Oh, he took with the knight. I still like White's position, though. Here's the thing. Here's a quick tip, guys. Finchatoing, or Finchato 101. Finchato, however you want to say it here. E6 and G6 is usually bad. Usually bad because of the fact that you can't control both of the diagonals with this bishop. You're going to have to choose which diagonal you actually want. So if you would have chose this one, hence the move A6 by Hikaru, knight to b5 and knight to d6 actually is able to take this square. Now, you actually can't go here anyway, but it's the fact that you do have dark square weaknesses with this. It is definitely something to pay attention to. Almost looks like a Najdorf Sicilian now. Or a, maybe, no, it's not a dragon. There's no d6. There's no d6. But then no Najdorf either. So, some type of Sicilian. Some type of Sicilian. Very similar structures. Rook comes to c8. Sometimes even sacrificing. The bishop is going to try to get here. But honestly, I mean, White's pressing. I love White's position here. And you have to be very, very accurate in the modern. Now, of course, Hikaru is very, very accurate. But in the modern here, this is a hard one. Good evening, James. What's going on? Chess Viking Wales. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Look at that. Castle's queen side abandons everything on the king side, castling right into mate here. So not that these pawns look silly, they have so much space, but there is no more king side attack for mate. There's no more mate anymore. So now he's out of that, but he does have structural weaknesses or pawn weaknesses and holes over here. So if we attack it with something like knight a4, it could be quite annoying, making more weaknesses, maybe even penetrating the b6 square. We don't need it, doesn't help, but it's the fact that it is here is something to pay attention to. g5, f5 looks pretty good, maybe rook f1, but I will tell you one thing, Hikaru is consolidating. And he's getting his pieces out. Now, nothing's past the 3rd rank here, or the 6th rank for him. But as you see, everything's centralized and harmonious. Centralized and harmonious. Is Hikaru playing blitz right now? He is, absolutely. 3 minutes, 1 second increment is the format for today in Title Tuesday. D5 is on the board, capturing, opens the file with a smile. That's not something you want to do. So, be very, very careful here. D4 does not work yet. We do have this, and e5 doesn't work. So yeah, I actually like this move. Now, honestly, this is a very, very equal game. Engine believes so too. They slightly favor black. He plays d4 anyway, sacrifices it, says I can do it anyway, does it again. Okay, yeah, that's an exchange sack, because I'm gonna hit you with bishop to c5 and we live. That was a very nice sequence there, but it's not technically crushing winning yet. But what happens here and why he chose this is because he had less space. If you have less space, one of the rules to follow is actually trade pieces like he did here, and now he has not more space. Of course, white obviously has more space with these pawns here like this, but these now are going to become weaknesses with more pieces that come off the board. Excellent excellent execution here from Hikaru. Definitely showing his 3257 rating like a big dog would, because a big dog could. Okay, playing real good chess here. So bishop to c5, knight a4, and that immediately is just crushing. It's not a move. That is not a move, says the engine. Knight a4. Now, what's the kill shot, guys? Maybe is it, no, e5. Maybe it's e5. e5, knight takes c5, e takes d4. Not only am I hitting the queen, I'm hitting the knight still as well. We're chilling. We chilling right now. We chilling. Big dog, absolutely. I see. What's up, Shadow Snipes? He takes this way now. Maybe e5. It's kind of the same concept here. Same concept. Let's wonder if there it is, e5. So he could have played it before, but he said, oh, I'll do it better this way because we're neutralizing. We're simplifying, which is getting stuff off the board. That's not a move, Bino. That's not a move, right? So also e4. E4 is really nice. This is a X-ray is what we call it. Love this hat. Yeah, it's not a move, big fella, right? But takes. Now this is a knight. This is a knight. That's a piece. You might as well resign. Let's just get this off the screen. This is a family channel. That is correct. Absolutely. He did resign there. And Hikaru was in first place. Jeffery Xiong. We have nothing but heavy hitters here today. This is my favorite day of the week for chess because you always get to see these guys go at it. Hikaru, Jeffery Xiong, Andrew Tang is here. You got Daniel Naroditsky, and then every other GM most likely is here too as well. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He says Hikaru is still narrating, talking to the chat, doesn't even try. He doesn't even try because he tries when he's not trying. This is still round 2. Who's Daniel Naroditsky? Is Jobava playing? I think he is. He usually plays in these events. He played last week, so he should be playing. I don't see why he wouldn't be. I mean, of course, it is holiday time still, but I think he's playing. Rook a7. We'll be able to check it out. Let's actually see. He's his name is weird or something. What's Jobava's username? I'll know it if I see it. I don't see him at the top anywhere though. He shouldn't. No. Don't see him. Don't see him. He should be playing up. Bishop to c6. Rook takes a7. Right? Why are we thinking about this? Is bishop? Oh, rook d7. Okay. He's scared of this, and that is a move. That is a move here. So takes on e7. That's correct. I do believe in that. Check. Get out the way. Snap, and there we go. Beautiful. There was a way to capture that, and he found it. Naroditsky finds it with a split second here. And actually, he has more time, so he is up on time here. But objectively, white should win this. You can press for more. I mean, you got passed pawns here, so this should be winning. This is definitely winning for white here. It is going to take some technique, and black doesn't have enough time to play accurately with the technique. Shout out to It's Joey Jacks gifting subs to the channel. 5 gifted subs over here. We really appreciate that here. Thank you so much for spreading the love here on Chess.com. It's Joey Jacks. Appreciate that. With the knowledge you have, it makes me not IMG. Oh, thanks, Chess Viking. Well, appreciate it, man. It's a matter of time, big fella. It's all about work, right? Here it is, push and then hitting the queen. There it is. Perfect. GG. Hey, Daniel Naroditsky is showing why he is Daniel Naroditsky, right? Daniel Naroditsky. That's exactly it. Deku. Yeah. It's Exotic Princess. It's so funny when I see his name. Jobava's username is Exotic Princess. I was like, what made you think of that, bro? If Hikaru doesn't take it, who you got, James? Naroditsky or Tang. Naroditsky or Tang. But yeah. We're gonna have to say because you still have Min Lee and Jospin as like runner-ups, but definitely Daniel Naroditsky or Tang. But let's see. Let's check the standings, guys. Check the standings. Hikaru's still in first place, obviously. Daniel Naroditsky. We have Bogdan here, very strong. Big Fish. Oh man, I mean, I forgot Vlad is playing too. Yeah, Vlad's playing. Champ 2005. Like Andrew Tang's right here. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Is a move. That's right. Okay, Walnut. That is right, bro. So this is absolutely amazing. But let's check out some more games, guys. How many more games do we have in this one? About a dozen, maybe a little more. Here we go. But left in this round here. White's completely winning as we're up a full piece, guys. But we do have to do this with time here. That check's going to be annoying because we have to dodge a bunch of checks. I don't know how to do it here. If you move wrong, he's going to check and take a pawn, which makes it harder for you to win with queen and bishop and having even a less pawn here. This is a harder game to win, but it is a win, guys. This is definitely going to be super technique here, I will say, because you need to find a way to use all three of the pieces. You have to get them close. That's the key here. If he can get all his pieces close range, he should be good. He should be good because everything's far away, right? There it is. King's walking up. You need to get the king like up here. We don't know where yet. But we need to get the king into an area that's pretty nice. Okay, he's working it. There it is. His king's going the wrong way though. Going the wrong way with the king, bro. Oh, that's not a move. He jumped off the deep end. Somebody get him. Send the stretcher to his address. We have it on file. That's a wrap. Game's over. He shouldn't have did that one, right? But he does have 3 seconds. 3 seconds here, and this is 1 second increment. Beautiful move here, stopping king f5. And now the king has to step back, and this is a Zug party. It's a Zug party. Zugzwang. That's what that means. Zug party. Ooh, bishop takes g6. Did that work? Wow, his end games are super strong. Oh my goodness. Sacked the piece and gave it back to him. And it's just a everything must go sale. Appreciate you. Queening, and that's a game. GG. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Send a stretcher, says Deku. That's right. Hikaru and Darren Naroditsky still up here. That bishop sack. I mean, who would have did that one, right? Even with time on the clock. Who does that one? That was sweet. He did that with really no time on the clock. Bishop sack, double exclam. All right, here we go. Round 3 is starting, and Hikaru is here already. What did we say, guys? Remember, I want you guys to remember this. With White, in Title Tuesday, he doesn't do it all the time, but definitely in Title Tuesday, I'm starting to notice a trend. With White, he plays knight f3 and b3. And with Black, what does he play, guys, in the chat? G6. That's what he plays. So with Black, he plays G6 against everything. And with White, he plays knight f3 and b3 against everything. So let's see how he does this time here. He's very comfortable with these positions. So let's see what happens. Knight to c3, very interesting move here. I actually thought he would do this because this pin is quite annoying. I mean, it's literally annoying. So how do you break this pin besides h3 and g4? The way you would break it would be d3 and knight to d2. So now the queens be able to be free to move without worrying about damaging the pawn structure here. So this is an annoying pin, very annoying. So let's see how he handles this. It's because he's felt like a g6. That's funny. Ancient Dragon Ninja G6. That's hilarious. Knight b6 is definitely a thing here. I do like this queenside play. We need more pieces, guys. This is a team game here. And of course, Hikaru absolutely knows that more than anyone. But knight to b6 and maybe something like rook a4 eventually. Kind of a weird way to develop this rook. But it is a possibility. I mean, I even see something like knight to b6, rook to d8, and then rook to a4, actually threatening bishop takes f6, hitting g4. If bishop backs up, we may be able to still get g4. This is wild, though. This is definitely wild and unnecessary, but, this is Title Tuesday. Why not? Be wild and unnecessary. h3, bishop h5, maybe g4. Maybe. Let's see what he does. He plays knight to b6. There it is on the board. Rook to d8 is probably best. Just put a rook on the file here with a smile, right, as is. Is an x-ray also on the queen? There it is. Rook to d8, x-raying the queen. Not that you ever getting here. But it is the fact that this is just generally best x-raying things. I thought this move would happen, but I'm just not the biggest fan of trading queens all the time here. Like, what's going to happen though is he actually going to get a better structure. He's going to take on c6. After takes, there's double pawns, and then after he takes our queen, we're going to take this bishop maybe with the rook, so we maybe be able to castle. But he doesn't play that at all. He actually steps back. He didn't want to break up the structure. Plays g4, kicks him back. These knights are monsters here. Actually, Jeremy Silman has a book, Reassess Your Chess, the 4th edition. And he says that when knights get to the 6th rank or the 3rd rank, if you're playing Black, then it becomes an octopus. This is not even a knight anymore. So here he has one octopus here on b6, and then this knight is becoming close to being an octopus, but it actually doesn't have anywhere to go that he can stay, just like this knight's staying here. Knight on e5 is really strong though. We do have moves like castle, f4, and f5. Black has to steal castle himself. So he plays c4, very committal move. Pawn takes, he takes it immediately. He wanted to get his bishop out. He can take on a5. Maybe that was the idea. After rook takes, queen takes b6. Maybe. White looks strong. And there it is, guys. Bishop takes a5, takes. You got to take on b6, or else this just doesn't work. Queen to a1. Interesting idea. Look at the pressure. Defending and attacking all at the same time. What a monstrous move here. The king's on f1, by the way. The king's on f1. So, you know, only 6 arms, not an octopus. Yeah, well, that's what Jeffery Xiong says. So that's what he calls it. He calls it. That's what the book says. All right, castles. Okay, h4, h5. And then knight f3 is also good. Bishop d4, I like this move. Back into queen up, it is slightly annoying here. You don't have to go for the kill yet, but I think, oh yeah, knight takes, pawn takes. That's defended, right? You want to take towards the center. There is h4. There it is. Now we're going to damage the structure of h6 or h5. This could be very good. Damaging the structure even more. I wonder if he's going to play either or. It seems you kind of have to. Like, what else does the bishop do? What else does the bishop do? There it is, h5. Maybe g5. Okay, and this is the kill shot time, guys. Maybe we take this. Play rook g1. Keep this all closed up. Keep the pressure on g7. Keeping the pressure on g7. Maybe just rook g1 now. This is a thinker. This is a thinker. Hikaru is thinking here. He plays g5. Yeah, I figure it's just something. It's not knight takes g6, because that does open the rook file. So he said no to that. And he said no to this one, but then he goes g5. Well, now this is open. Knight takes g6 does not win a pawn, guys, because the queen actually, in an x-ray, indirectly defends g7. So taking on g6 and taking on g7 would fail to queen takes g7. So rook to c5, trying to divert the queen from this file. Trying to divert the queen, and it worked. There it is. That's the diversion. But actually, this rook's hanging. Knight takes g6, and then he could have actually taken with the queen. But if pawn takes, bishop takes g7, the rook was hanging. Queen to c3 is now defending the rook and just putting it on a better square. Now he puts the rook to g1, g6. Man, that's a nasty diagonal if you play g6. King back to e1. Very interesting move, guys. Very interesting. Maybe just a move, honestly, to buy some time. Get off of the light squares as well. Rook to c6. So now we're just going to endgame him. We have a better game. This knight is out of the game. It's going to take at least 2 moves to get back into the game. And we are pressuring now the queenside pawns with moves like king to d2 being available. King e2, there it is. That one actually works. Of course, we had to move our king. Due to check, maybe we could do queen c3 or bishop to c3. Nice move there. Was that a piece? He just dropped the... No, that was a pawn. Takes. Just felt like he took it so hard that I felt like it was a piece. You know? You ever got hit that hard playing the game and you're like, man, what did he take? Whoa, you got to go back because you just, I thought that was a pawn, but it was a piece. I've been there. We've all been there. King g3, queen f3, defending f2. Black is definitely pressuring white here as it is an equal game according to the engine here. And as you see, yes, I would agree being equal right now, just due to the king safety of white here. You have to be very, very careful of your king's safety. Now the bishop's defending, doing a great job, freeing up some time for the queen to do something. Bishop takes b6. Let's just snap a pawn. Knight to g6. Maybe taking this and retreating. Retreating actually doesn't work. There's a pawn hanging. There's a pawn hanging. Maybe, hold on. Tactics. I'm always into tactics. I'm always into tactics. Then it would have been check and back rank. That was the goal. That's a good move. Queen e3. Might be forced. Maybe not. I mean, but yeah, queen e3 is like the best. I mean, it's not forced. Bishop d3. Check. Queen f4. There's no checks. Great job, Hikaru, with 2 passers. Now that check might work. Check and queen f8. Apparently that doesn't work. Engine's not going crazy. It's not going crazy, but it feels like this is just mate, though. How do you get out of it? Oh, he just rook c8. Makes sense. Okay. Queen e5. Hitting this. f3. Bishop backs up to e6. King f4, can bring the king closer, walk the pawns. Walk the dogs. Bishop c3. Just walk them. Walk them. Keep them coming. He moved out of the way because there's a check here, so he says, I'm just going to move out of the way. Queen to b7, and maybe f5 can come. Very interesting. Twitch user, what's going on? Okay, Walnut. Axe Dude, what's going on with you too? I want to follow Chess Warrior. Is there a way? You can always put / follow in the username in the Chess.com chat, the live chat that you're in live chess. And you can follow whoever you want. Make sure you unfollow them as well, because if not, their games will come up if you're still following them. And if you're in the middle of a game, their game will pop up. I've actually flagged before because of that. So be very careful. Make sure you unfollow people if you're following them on Chess.com. So you can do that. Yeah, this was sweet, man. This was sweet. I have to commend Black for the pressure that he kept up. This is a win for White. But I mean, I really love, and actually Engine's like with best play is equal. Look at that. Best play is equal, man. But, oh man, nice job. Snapping another pawn here. But I mean, look at White's like, we got a pawn here, you know? Oh my goodness, he jumped. Hikaru has lost his absolute here, guys. He has lost his absolute. Now he's still going to try to win this. Here it is. Okay, we still going to try to do what we can. We got pawns. We should be able to grab this here. Hikaru has jumped off the deep end, guys. That is not a move, big fella. Let's see if we can sidestep him. Worst case scenario, we take a draw here. But Black wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, Black just drew Hikaru Nakamura. Guys, he has blundered. He is human. He is human. Sometimes he's human. Wow. That's insane. Everyone blunders. That is correct. Everyone blunders. And actually, we've seen blunders from him like last week as well. He did have some blunders we saw last week. I mean, he just blundered. Oh, he should have went king f6. No. Then he had bishop f5. Yikes. And that 1 second, guys, oh my goodness. Like, you know, this is the time where, you know, that 1 second increment is like bittersweet. Because if you have the 1 second increment, you know, and you're losing, and you're like here, as Nakamura here, he would have been flagged him if there was no 1 second increment, right? But because there's one increment here, he's able to figure this out. He's going to try to, you know, gain a little bit of time, try to get around him. Now he's going to take the pawn, and he's going to figure this out. All because I got that stupid 1 second, right? Oh my goodness. Hikaru's so mad, right? I'll be so mad. But if you're winning, right, and you're about to flag, just like in his case, you know, roles reverse, I need that 1 second. I need it. So it's a very bittersweet kind of thing. Hey, James, how you doing today? Hope I had a great Christmas. You celebrated. Just tuned in. Yeah, man, I'm doing great. Christmas was great. Hope everyone had a great time, great holidays, stuff like that. He found the tallest building fine, and he jumped off. Absolutely, Deku. He did. Why did he resign? He was just losing. I mean, actually right here, if you look at the position, and let me actually show you why he's losing, he has to step off. No matter where you step, I'm taking this pawn. And then it's already gone. Like you only have 2 squares to go to. And I'm just going to come around the back way, and then that's it. And now I'm queening. That's exactly why he resigned. He just resigned. And there's 4 seconds on the clock. But as you see, you know, this is an easier end game. And because it's easier, he's going to gain more time. And with that 1 second increment, there's no way he's flagging. He's going to figure that one out. Here's Naroditsky versus Anashuk. Nice. What is this, a perk defense? I play the perk a little bit different here without the bishop on e2. I use the Roman DG line, which is h3, and e5, and playing like h4. It's like crazy. This one I hate, though. This one is kind of the most annoying way to play as Black to play in the perk. It's really annoying, honestly. Black gets some nice play with this knight on c6. I really have to do a lot of engine homework, to be honest, and look at games. When you're looking at this knight seems trapped, though. Like rook a4, so you do have c5. En passant, knight goes back. Bishop f4 hits the d6 pawn. There it is, guys. Make threats. You got to make threats, you know. Make threats. There it is. Bishop f4 hitting this. And then if d5, now the d5 square is weak. So if e5, bishop g5, and we're now preparing to play knight d5. So you see e5 was not played because now it's just an easy positional win. A positional squeeze or a positional small win. Small wins, like how you win a game, is progressively getting better from the small wins. Like you got a small win here, I got a square. Now I got the file. Now I got this, and then pressure, you know, will work from there. That's usually how it works, guys. Pierce, this dude, yeah, they have perk, but of course the U.S. says perk, right? But we know it's Pierce, just like Alekhine, Aliekin, right? Or no, this is another way to say it too. There's like 4 ways to say Alekhine, Aliekin. Then there's another way to say it. Perk and Pierce, yeah, same thing. U.S. terms. Knight to c6 is a good move, actually. He is developing. Bishop h6. I love White's position, though. I do see this eventually happening. It needs to be prepared, but it's definitely happening soon. Definitely happening soon, my guy. What's up, Gizmeister? What's going on, bro? Just hopped over to Hikaru, and he is angry. Yeah, I mean, I would be mad, too. I would definitely be mad, because he just dropped a piece. He doesn't do that. And when you drop pieces, you know, it does happen, right? but it's just like, man, I dropped a piece, right? That's so annoying. Knight to d5. So now this square, like we talked about before, with the bishop being on g5 and knight on f6, this is now a very weak square, but and a weak pawn to follow it. But to offset the weak pawn, we do have some type of control over d4. Now that will be relinquished or gone if c3 happens. But it also at the same time cut off this rook from doing something that it probably wanted to do. So bishop, you have to, like, who says it? Bobby Fischer, right? You have to get squares, you have to give squares, right? So yes, I can't do this anymore. Or as black here, yeah, I have a hole on d5, but now he's not rook lifting in my face anymore. And, I'm trying to consolidate, maybe get this knight to c7. And eventually, if possible, it doesn't seem like that, especially now with this knight on d5, play d5 ourselves. Now, this is a hole here on b6. Wonder if we can put something there. Bishop to b6, knight b6. Is there something better? c4, I understand. Just grab more space. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Hello. What's going on? Michael. What's going on, Michael? Welcome to the stream, bro. So c4 is here. c4 is here. You also have b4 and b5 doubling here. Lots of queenside play for white. Very nice queenside plan here. Now, if I were black here in this position, I would probably try to aim for f5 and f4 in King's Indian fashion, because my pieces are extremely passive here. And if you sit around and wait, you're going to lose. There's just no way around it. So f5 and f4, and then maybe trying to play in the King's Indian fashion may be the best bet here, hoping on this kind of play, because we need something to do. We need something to do. So he plays knight back to f6 here. He is hitting the e4 pawn. He's not going to take on d5, guys. That's just not going to be a move. Thanks for the commentary, though. Have a fun chat. All right, Deku. See you later, bro. Have a great nap. See you, man. Thank you. Okay, knight's on f6. All right, so what do we do? He's thinking, right? e4 is hanging. Bishop g5, we haven't been here yet, but man, we moved this bishop how many times now, right? So maybe his move, though. What if he just takes it anyway and takes my queen? Yeah, it probably doesn't work. So bishop g5, he probably could just take anyway, hitting my queen too. So he plays queen d3 to defend it. Now knight to d7, very nice piece play. Very nice piece play from black here. Even though he has a cramped position here, I mean, even the engine thinks here that he is equal. And I think he's a hair away from losing. I will say that. Definitely black is a hair away from losing. But also, you have to be very accurate, and I think he's doing a great job of doing that right now. He's not doing too much. He's just, developing the pieces, putting them on the right squares, plays h6 for prevention methods, even king h7, even preparing g5 in some cases. I mean, f5, and there it is, because knight g5 comes in a lot after you play f5, so h6 stops anything coming into g5. Now, again, like we talked about, that King's Indian position, f4, g5, h5, and g4, and pushing. Rook f7 happens, bishop f8, rook to h7, and we go for a mating attack very quickly here. While white, on the other hand, goes crazy on the queen side. And it looks like that's going to happen. Maybe g5 happening. g5, queen h5. So he trades in and says, all right, let's just get him off the board. Maybe I could take him to an endgame. Takes on g4. Ooh, something's wrong. e7's hanging. Something's wrong. Here it is, guys. e7 is hanging. Knight e7 after pawn takes. And then rook takes d6. And that's a freebie. Knight e7. Rook takes d6. Actually, maybe even after knight takes f5 first, especially after king f8 or f7. So he plays knight d4, jumping in here, says I have to double the pawns. But after bishop takes and knight e7 anyway, we get the pawn this way. Knight e7, checking, taking on f5, or even taking first and knight e7. That's called reverse the move order. Let's see. He does taking here, takes and knight e7, reversing the move order, hitting both of these pawns. You can base it. No, you shouldn't resign. You really shouldn't resign here, but it is starting to get bad. Knight takes d6, there's another pawn. Everything must go sale. He's trying to get everything off the board. Maybe bishop f3. Maybe, but b6 is slightly irritating. And he does have a passer here. So yeah, you don't resign this. You don't resign this, right? It's black, but you don't favor this. You're not happy with the black pieces. Like, you're not like, yeah, this is the position I hoped for out of the opening, right? Tough game here. b6, he went for this one. I thought this was very weak. So what happens on, like, I mean, I'm sure he has a plan. So rook to b8, I mean, rook to b4 was kind of annoying. Maybe he could have played that first, though. Maybe he could have played that first. Thanks. What's up, Eritrine Avenger? Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Uncut Piano, thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great one. Rook to b4 is on the board, and actually Naroditsky here. Sorry, this is Naroditsky I'm watching. We see so much Hikaru, right? This is Naroditsky, though. Naroditsky is having a great position. But it's hard to win this now. It's very hard to win this one, guys. Very hard. Let's see. Maybe getting a king to the center is progress. Well, now he's stopping me. H4. Probably kick him back for a minute. And then walk the king. But he's still pinning me down. That's the problem. If I go king f3, I can't move my king from f3. Because then this is hanging. So I have to go rook f1. But then that opens rook d2. Yeah, rook d2. And then bishop moves. And then pushing happens. Pushing's kind of annoying. There it is. King f3 now, I guess. Bishop maybe back somewhere around here. b6, c5, right? g4, he's trying to push these. g5, and he flags with the 1 second increment. That's very rare. That is very rare that you see a flag. Wow. That is very, very rare. Your best commentary. Thanks, Tukey. Wow, man. You don't see a flag in 3-1. You usually don't. But yeah, rare times you do. And the Grandmaster here is playing. Check. Check. Looks like a... Uh-oh, that's mate. Oh, my goodness. Get the man off the board. Send a stretcher. That's not a move. Queen e6 is mate. All you had to do was go for the draw. And this is what happens sometimes, guys, when you don't take the draw. Has anyone ever been there before? I'm going to raise my hand right now. Okay. All right, cool. High fives to the screen because I know, I'm not the only one that has done that. Just giving up, let's keep pushing. I should be winning. I should be winning. I have an exchange here, right? I should be winning, right? But it's not. And then you go for it thinking you are. And GG, have a nice day. Have a nice one. The game's over. Yikes. Yikes. All right. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's get that off the screen. Oh, man. That's a bad one. That was a bad one. Here we go. This looks like a draw. It is. 3-on-3. Same thing. Only way, this one's already drawn. Okay, so is that all the games? Yeah, we still have some more here. This one, guys, is supposed to be a draw, right? We're going to say supposed to be. This is supposed to be a draw. Okay? It's supposed to be, but let's see what happens, guys. This one, there have been many Grandmasters that have lost to this. Look at this. See? It's supposed to be a draw. But it's not. It's not, yo. That's like the hardest one ever to kind of draw. That's one of the hardest draws to make there. Oh, this one's definitely a draw. Definitely a draw here. Able to check him from behind here. Sort of in a Philidor position type of strategy. Very nice. Securing a draw there. There's no shelter for the king. So if you ever run the king, and if you run him too far away, the pawn hangs. So, it's pretty good stuff there. Let's actually take a quick look at the standings here. Look at Big Fish up here. Vlad is doing his thing. Oh, my goodness. That is pretty awesome, guys. That's pretty fun. But, yeah, stick around. We're going to actually come right back, guys. We're going to take a short break. This is Title Tuesday. Don't go anywhere. Stick right around in the chat, guys, and I'll see you in a minute. And we're back, guys. This is Title Tuesday. I'm National Master James Canty III here with Chess.com. Real quick, let's actually take a look at the event, guys. $1,600 prize fund, 3 minutes, 1 second increment. Welcome, welcome if you are new here. This is the format, 11 round Swiss. We're in round 5. 3 minutes with 1 second increment, guys. And here are the prizes right here every single week. $1,600 in prizes all the way down to 4th place. And we have one for the best female and best stream. So let's get right into it. Here we go. The round has started. We have Grandulus. Whoa, Grandulus. Shout out to him. Actually, we have some kudos to him in the chat, actually. Grandulus is playing Daniel Naroditsky. Very strong game here. Looks like in English. We have some type of English here with the double fianchetto system. These double fianchetto systems are actually pretty tough, especially against King's Indian players if you are a King's Indian defense player. But these are very, very tough very tough systems, honestly. You have to know what you're doing here. Knight d6, very interesting move here. You have to know what you're doing when you do this, guys. And of course, Daniel Naroditsky does. But you got to realize this knight on d6 is a hindrance to the position, actually. So of course, I was just going to say that knight to f5, followed by moves like e6 and d5 to trying to establish myself in the center. Because if I fail to do so, white's going to steamroll me with moves like d4, d5, e4, and e5 if you let me do it. Got to be very careful. Good evening, humans, and Jedi Canty. Hope family is good. What's up, Jackie? All is good, man. All is good. Grandulus is such a warm, happy human. yeah, that's great. Knight to e2 here. So he's saying I'm going to trade, or I'm going to try to get rid of this bishop. Now, of course, I would love if bishop takes here. Grandulus would love that. Queen takes b2 is now eyeing this whole diagonal here. We would love to get a knight to h6 at some point. Queen to b1 here. Beautiful sequence from Daniel Naroditsky saying, hey, you have holes in your position. That's a hole here. I can put a piece there. Knight d3, bishop to d3. Something can go to the d3 square here. He goes knight f4 to say, hey, I'm going to take anything that you put there. Anything you put there. e5 can't be kicked. g5, not a move. Not a move. So, nice move by Grandulus. Also saying a3 and d3. And even d4 is coming. So he kind of had to go to d3 here. Or else all of this is just nonsense. Knight takes d3 is correct. Bishop takes. Rook e1's forced here. And now we just kind of kick the bishop. And white's doing quite fine, but objectively maybe just an equal game. Yeah, he's up here swinging, guys. I mean, look at the standings right now. Check out the standings, right? You know? Check out the standings up here. Yeah, Grandulus is right here with 4. Eric Hansen, too. Hansen's playing. I mean, this is a stacked lineup. Like, this is a stacked lineup, guys. Like, I don't know what else you're doing on a Tuesday, but you need to be here. This is where you need to be every Tuesday at this time. Okay, e5 is really nice. Bishop takes g2, snap, snap. And yeah, looks great. Looks great for white. After pawn takes, you do have knight to e6 with the discovery here. We're also putting pressure on white's position here. I mean, on black's position. This pawn, after capturing, will be some pressure if pawn takes, knight to b5, and if taking with the queen, again, it exposes the queen in some cases. So he actually captures it anyway. You know, and Naroditsky's that kind of guy too. I think he's probably going to take this knight. If you try knight e6, he's probably going to just take it and just say, I have 2 rooks and a knight versus yours. Yep, he does this. This is not the first, second, fourth, 4,000th time, you know. He's done this many times, and I've actually seen him win a memorable game. Was in Arena Kings 2 years ago, actually. Naroditsky played Hikaru, and it was a crazy game. Crazy game. They kept going back and forth, and Naroditsky did some type of queen sack. Ended up, I think, drawing the game. But here, guys, he sacrificed the queen here because he says, okay, cool, I'm losing. I don't want to lose slowly by being down in exchange. So I'm either going to lose quickly or I'm going to work dynamically with the pieces that I have, but I highly doubt it's enough compensation here. If we had another piece, one more piece as white, than this game, or even black, sorry. If I had one more piece as black, a bishop anywhere, light squared or dark squared bishop, then that's enough compensation here. This is just usually not enough. Now, even a bishop and queen would be nicer to have, or bishop and rook, sorry. If you had a bishop and a rook, it would be nicer to have than having the knight and a rook if we end up trading here. So trading is an option. He's just waiting for the optimal moment to do so. So after trading, you will have a rook and a knight, which is harder to play with. Bishop and rook, the bishop sometimes can sit on the other edge of the board, protected by a king, while defending the rook that may be into white's camp. And you always have that defense. And there it is, rook takes d6. So now he has to try to combat and work together harmoniously with the knight and the rook, which is very difficult to do with the queen being able to roam in open space. So he does move the pawn now, where he actually captures with the pawn. D5 may be an option. He shuts it down. Knight to C7. Looks like queen to C6 on that. King F8, great move here. Not allowing anything to happen. If anyone can make this work, it's Daniel Naroditsky. If anyone can make this work here, it's definitely going to be Daniel Naroditsky. So let's see what happens here. Niels is definitely trying to pry this open. So Niels is doing his thing here. He's pushing a pawn. Queen A6 now to defend. We're trying to push these as quick as possible. He could have held him, I think. Maybe like a waiting move. Because, like, what was White's next move? You couldn't play B5. This is hanging. Maybe he could have, though. Rook takes C4, then B6, hitting the rook. Oof. That would have been ugly. Tactics win games. That still might be a thing. What if you play it now? Takes B6. What if you play B5? Maybe, no, knight B7 is not right. He plays C5 instead. Very interesting. B5 I thought was right. Takes and then B6. You had that X-ray on the rook, or the discovery on the rook. So takes, and this one's not passed anymore. We're going to have some problems. Your commentary explanation is cool. Thank you, ACD. Wiz, welcome. Niels won a recent Copenhagen LTB, mostly against Scandinavian players. Wow. Yeah, he's really strong. I mean, he's very underrated, of course. He played in, what event did he play in? He was like an undercard. He was like, and he was very new. No, people really didn't know him as much either. And I didn't. I certainly didn't know about him. But he played in a big event, I think years ago. I don't remember which one it was. Queen E5 hitting H8 and also A5. But at this point, I mean, look at this. Remember, we looked at this like in another game where it was 3 versus 3 here. And Niels is actually down on time here. There is that 1 second increment here, guys. But so he says, I'm actually going to capture this pawn because if this ever gets loose and be a pass pawn, I'm going to have some trouble. So White's going to try his absolute best to do this, but it's going to be hard. And he goes, do you have anyone you hope wins? I think, who do I want to win? Honestly, I mean, Hikaru was definitely a big favorite. You know, Hikaru is a good friend of mine too. So like Hikaru, definitely Hikaru, Naroditsky, Andrew Tang. You know, those are my top picks. Those are my top picks there. After Magnus, he was the best player in Scandinavia. I think, wow, that's good to know. Yeah, here, guys, you see the difference here? Like, this is something to know if you're a beginner player too. Think about this. If you're playing with the white pieces here, you have a queen on the board. You're trying to make this work. You're trying to win, right? But you see, and look at this draw. He made a draw. Beautiful play here from Daniel Naroditsky. He didn't move any other piece. Everything is optimally placed. You can never dislodge my knight with an F5 move because I have that square covered. My rook stays here, and my king is able to run around this little triangle here, or yeah, this little square or whatever, this shape here. But you're able to run around here. And the problem here is that the queen doesn't have anything to do. You can't do it by yourself with just the queen, right? Nice fortress, correct. Fortress, guys, absolutely. Very rare that you have these because fortresses can definitely be broken. But yeah, that one wasn't. Great job by Naroditsky there. Great call, sacking exchange. Whoa, black's just totally winning here. Yikes, is there a mate? Nope, it's just taking everything. We're just going to take everything from you. You're not going to resign. We're going to take all of your pieces. Check. Oh, nasty. I thought he was going to go the other way, of course, but nasty mate here. Oh my goodness. 2 knights in the rook, guys. Look at that one. That's a pretty one. What was the move this way, though? I mean, I'm sure you're probably just getting walked to the other side of the board for mate. I mean, there's like mate everywhere. Like King F5 is closing in on him. Yeah, there's got to be a mate, but yeah, definitely the wrong way. He went the wrong way there. He went the wrong way. He was already losing, so I understand. Maybe just get the game over with too as well. But he always fights to the end. Oh, look at that nice check move, stopping the queen from happening. Bishop to B4 defends my pawn. Oh, but he could queen anyway. So he says, I'm going to push. Doesn't matter. White's now winning. Oh my goodness. And then it went. What is this nonsense? The engine is going absolutely nuts here. What is going on? Is he going to be able to draw this is the question. Let's see, guys. Is he going to be able to draw this? Take it. You could take the queen and push. Oh, he could have taken the queen and pushed this pawn. Take the queen. Okay, cool. That's fine. It took a draw that way. Nothing crazy. Something did happen though. There was something there that everybody missed. And this one's an easy one, guys. He's gonna queen or not even queen. It looks like Evolve looking like my bank account. Mister with the funny jokes. He says, my eval looking like my bank account. That is hilarious. And it made very easy, very simple. Start a new one. Let's go to the next game here. Let's check these IMs out here. There's a check. Again, guys, this should be a draw, right? This should be a draw. But guess what? Somebody's going to probably mess this up. This is one of the hardest draws to make here. Rook here. That's very nice because his king there, it was a forced draw where rook takes. Yeah, and there's a draw. Perfect. Yeah, he made a draw. Excellent. That's very, very good. Very, very good. Absolutely. Great job. Great job to finishing off with the draw there. This is another one. Same situation. Swing the rook around. It's game over. Look at that. Easy. Every time. Every time. You always get one. You always get one. There's nothing you can do here. There's mate. It's so hard to defend this, guys. So hard to defend this. That's crazy. Is Gotham playing tonight? Gotham is not playing. Round 6 is actually starting. Let's take a look at the games here. And yeah, I didn't see Gotham. He may be playing though. He may be playing. He may be playing. What rating are you, James? My Chess.com. It's like 2,500. Been up to 2,630. Chess.com. Got to get it higher. 2021 go 2,800. Chess.com blitz. So I got the 2,633. Got a ways to go. Ways to go, guys. My USCF though is 2317. My FIDE is 2222. It's pretty low. I need to get that up. Kobe got different plans for us, right? Bishop c4. Queen has to go somewhere. What was this opening again? Oh, Nimzo Larson. Yeah, I think this guy is actually coming out with a course. Actually, I think on that. I think I remember this name for some reason. Queen h5. I don't like this for white. I'm not a fan of when the queen gets over here because casting queenside is risky. And casting kingside, you're almost casting sometimes into an attack. It depends. The bishop is actually placed differently. Usually that would be in the Scandinavian type positions with the bishop on d6. You know, so pretty crazy. Pretty good. You doing numbers on this stream. Let's go. Sahir, you already know, bro. You're a good dude. Wish you the best. Thank you, Mr. Mister. Appreciate it, bro. Yep, 2020, man. Going for the norms. Going for the big boy things. Knight e4. Beautiful move here. Beautiful. Saying, give me the bishop. Bishop pair is an advantage. Say it again, guys. Bishop pair is an advantage. Say it 5 more times. Say it 5 times fast. Okay, so you can remember it. Bishop pair is an advantage. It is an advantage, guys. So knight takes e4, bishop takes, and we have the bishop pair. And then we back that boy up to civilization, back to g7 after rook to b1, and we're doing fine. So he plays queen to c2 and says, not today. But bishop f5 is very tempting. Very tempting. Not saying that we should, but it's very tempting. Very tempting. How many people? There's actually, if you're talking about in this tournament, there's 605 players. Bishop here is an advantage. It's pair, Mr. It's pair. See, you're already messing it up. You're already messing it up. Now you got to say it 20 times. Bishop pair is an advantage. Bishop f5 seems like a move. I mean, we haven't done much calculation. This just looks like a good move. And then after knight takes c4, I mean, it is totally just a trade, I guess. So maybe not. We don't really want to just trade, but do we want to retreat? These are the questions you have to ask yourself too a lot of times. And like Bobby Fischer said, to get squares, you have to give squares. So, you know, let's see what happens. Maybe knight to d6. It does hit this bishop, and bishop f5 is very tempting now. Maybe. Let's see. 607, yeah. 607. Bishop pair. Yep. Mr. Yep. See, you got it wrong. Go ahead. Let me hear it 100 times, big dog. 100 times. Let's go. Knight takes c3. Bishop takes. Knight to d7, and yeah, this is good. Black's doing a great job of keeping white at bay from attacking potential. The queen is actually placed really nicely. As weird as this is, the queen is better placed here than it is on d8. With things coming like rook to d1 as an x-ray eventually, it's actually potentially, you know, deterring white from castling a little bit, just a little bit here. And the queen has free range to move around as she does here. Queen to c5, now pinning this. Threatening bishop takes c3. It's not threatening it, but it's the fact that we can do it. And black's doing quite fine. c6, very nice move. It's a very nice prophylactic move, you know, like Petrosian did, one of the greatest prophylactic players ever. Prophylactic, saying that I'm stopping it before it ever happens. This pawn was weak on c7. There's an x-ray and an indirect threat on the c7 pawn. So it's good to understand to play c6. So you never have to worry about this. And now, guys, after I move my queen, c7 isn't a problem for me. h4, though, yep, here we go. h4, h5. Dark squares are weak, so he's going for it. h5 doesn't work. Knight takes h5. Is sacrificing real? That can't be real. He's doing it. He says, yes, it is, Canty. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. I want to know if he's going to sack this. Now it might be a possibility, but Rook H4. Uh-oh, here he comes. There it is, Mr. Mister. See? Yeah, now you understand. Nice to see you here, Canty. Used to see you on the Blitz League stream. Oh, the Blitz League, yeah. National Blitz League, yeah. What's up, Coro? Welcome, bro. There you go. There you go, Banana Chess. See, we're learning. We're learning. That's great. Your commentary is really good. Thank you, Hirsch. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great one and learning today. Queen F6, 95. Very nice. I love this move. Blocking the queen trade that does neutralize. It's actually the best moves. I always tell my students this. The best defense is offense. So here, instead of him defending or trading, he plays 95. So now he's hitting the H5 knight. Knight goes back to G7. Now he may have moves like Rook F4. First, you also have D4 and Rook H4 probably even afterwards. Let's see what happens. Even Knight G4. Well, Knight G4, he's going to snap that as fast as he got there. So maybe Bishop to G4. The idea of Knight G4 is to get to H6. Maybe cause some problems. F7, King goes to H8. Still got the pin and win here, right? We're doing really good. White's definitely in the driver's seat here, but it's all about accuracy right now. And if he's not accurate, he will lose this advantage. So maybe Rook H4, honestly, but then H5? Ooh, that's annoying, huh? Rook H4, H5. That is kind of annoying. It is kind of annoying. Hikaru's back? Nice. I've never understood the knight on the Vinchetto Bishop square. Sometimes you have to go here because that was the only move. You know, it just depends on the position. Usually you don't want to have your knight Vinchetto. Don't Vinchetto your bishop, guys. There is H5. There it is. And then G4. Pushed it right through and says, I'm coming for you, bro. F6 might be a move. That's crazy. F6, he plays it, but that just got to be wrong. That has to be wrong. And there, I mean, he's showing you right now, like, this got to be wrong. F4, F6 has to be. You can't punish it right now, though. Check, he always runs into Bishop E6, guys. Just if you were wondering why this check doesn't work and he didn't play it. Not that it doesn't work, but it's not probably the most accurate because you could just block it. Maybe it is a move, though, but maybe Bishop check, Bishop 96? No, 96 is F5. So Bishop E6, my knight's still hanging too. There's got to be a piece sacrifice or something close. Knight F3 instead, he says no sacrifice today, not yet. G5 makes these pawns really strong, so you want to avoid this move. Maybe not. Breaking it up, playing Rook G1. Let's see what he does, guys. 13 seconds on the clock. You could play G5, snapping on F6, playing Rook to G1 is an option. You can also just take. He does take it, so which way are we capturing? G5, that's not a move. That can't be right. It can't be right. Something's got to be wrong. Let's find it. Let's find it. Rook E4, that actually doesn't threaten anything. And you see how the evaluation changed immediately, but that doesn't threaten anything. And that's why. Yikes. You got to play Bishop C4. Oh, my goodness. He's losing material. Accuracy is everything. The accuracy, guys. That's it. This could be over. This could be over. See you there when you're live next time. Thanks. Okay, Walnut. I'll be live tonight. Sometime tonight. Yeah, look at that, guys. And also another factor here, guys. We say this every week. Time, you have to use your time as a piece. So if you have 16 chess pieces on the board, you actually start with 17, and that's the 17th one is the clock here. So because he has the clock problem here, I mean, look at him just clean up shop, taking everything he owns here. Give me everything, okay? Give me everything. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Last little shot here was Bishop C4. Knight takes G4. There's no checks. I have no hopes for survival here, and the game's over. Yikes, that hurts. He went down. Nice commentary. Thanks, Royce, bro. Appreciate it. Naka in time trouble. Naka is playing somewhere. See if we can find him. See if we can find him. It's not at the top anymore. Don't see him. We'll come back to him. He'll make his way up to the top. Oh, this is a draw. Easy draw. Thanks, you stink. You stink, funny name. I didn't even know that. You stink is just funny. All right, 6 out of 6. Only 2 players so far with 6 out of 6. Bogdan and Tigra, which is who? Who is Tigra? Can we get that? Can we get that name for that username? Tigra. Which GM is that? Which GM would that be? Tigra. In second place, or tie for first, actually. Based off tie breaks, second place. Whoa. Oh, definitely a win here, guys. Definitely a win. Super easy. Super easy win here, guys. This one's over. Yeah, this one's over. All right, let's go to the next one. Who else is left? Whoa, interesting pawn count. Okay, we got a passer, but he has it under control. Plays King F6. D6. Do we just take that one? Ooh, Bush. Okay, check first. I got you. Ooh, even better. I love that move. Rook G5, cutting the rook off from protection. Now going here, the bishop's hanging. You could take the bishop first and then push here. But in time trouble, you do wild things. So Naka got disconnected. Oh, Boris Shevchenko. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Thank you, Koro. Thank you for that. Boris and Shevchenko. For some reason I've seen, like, I don't know how black, like, I thought he was winning. I looked away for a second and, like, it seems like black's okay now. He can't give up this pawn. This pawn falls, it's over. Oh, check knight f7. He missed it. Check knight f7 is usually, but no, he could come around the back way on him with the rook. He could have came around the other way and tried to check him when he queens. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna breathe. Just a sigh, you know? Sometimes you just gotta let out a sigh. Alright, I'm good. I'm sure y'all have done that too. Maybe more than just a sigh and maybe some adult language, you know? But wow. Now this, okay, how many times have we said this today, right? This is supposed to be a what? Come on, let's say it with me. This is supposed to be a draw. So let's see what happens. Yes, yeah. It gives me anxiety to see people throwing away positions. Yeah. Oh, there it is. He found it. Finally, he got this draw here. But man, I know he was mad about that because he was winning. He was winning that game. It was hard to find a win, honestly, but he was winning. Santo Blue, this is a win for white in that one. Let's go to the next game. Bogdan versus Tigra. What is going on here? Just the next round? Oh, round already started. Round 7. Let's take a look at the standings really quickly. 6 out of 6. Only 2 players with 6. If they keep winning, they will run away with it. Daniel Naroditsky very close behind. Let's see where half man, half everything else is. Hikaru, where is he? Oh yeah, I think they said there was a disconnection in the chat. So hopefully he's able to make his way back here. I'm sure he can, especially if he wins many games in a row. Now, in this game in particular, guys, what is this position? Looks like this is a Cambridge Springs. Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit. Yeah, I'm not a D4 player at all. I'm E4 for life, but I do study D4 sometimes for my students, and we study theory and things like that. But yeah, I've actually played this for a little bit too. I had some material from Sam Shankling on this opening. Pretty nice. It's strong. It's actually strong. Black here, semi-Slav stuff. I mean, you know, it's nice. It's nice for black. Very good positions. I think it's more positional than it is tactical. I'm a tactical player. So if you like tactics, guys, you have to go for, you know, what suits your style a lot. So you can win more games. Then you can probably switch it up later to grow as a player. But, yeah. You want to play what suits you. Play what suits you here. He castles, guys. Of course, this rook is hanging for obvious reasons, right? So knight b3, defending and attacking, but fails to bishop takes c3. And we just bail out. So let's see what happens. Nils is number 8. He's on his way up. Bishop to e2 says, I'm just going to castle. Here. b6 was apparently a terrible move. Oh, it's probably because of knight b3. Knight b3 now is very strong, but it has queen a4 after bishop takes c3. So maybe not. Knight b3, take on c3. We take with the queen or the pawn, then he goes queen a4. Because queen a6 fails horribly to e takes d5. Even c5, because after queen b7, you have c6, forking. So, yeah, it's up to white. Figure this out. What if we just take this, though? These are the questions you have to ask. Like, what if you just take it? I know we're giving up an exchange, but the queen's trapped. It's in a way. Like, the queen's trapped in there. If the queen gets to a1, right, bishop to d1, the queen has no squares to escape. Oh, but actually it's a6 now if we do go bishop d1. So it's kind of hard there. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it just doesn't work here. I know white's pressing now. White definitely feels something here. He feels like his position just should be better. Question is, how does black recapture? Knight? If we take with the knight, my knight is hanging now. Or at least it's threatened. It's not hanging. But now my knight's threatened. I really want to see what white does, actually. Because I think this is probably the move to make. You are hitting the bishop. Like, it's a tempo. Forcing takes. It opens the file for us. We could also reroute this knight to e4 as well. Yeah, so that's probably the best. Knight takes d5 just seems correct here. But he is thinking. Tiger is definitely in the think tank here. 3 minutes, 1 second increment. Trying to figure out which way he should recapture. He takes on c3 instead, an in-between move. Actually, and after queen takes, forcing. Just because we don't want the double A pawns here. That's not that good. And now he takes. And look at the difference here, actually. Very nice. Hitting c3 and f4. But d6 as an in-between move, threatening the rook, does make us do something as black. Do we sacrifice in exchange like Naroditsky does? Doesn't seem right. Not in this one. Doesn't seem like any conversation for that. But rook to d8, maybe. Maybe rook d8. Just maybe. He's down to a minute, though. Down to a minute. Any recent games? Look at that. So Dretch jumps into third place with 6 out of 7 right now. He's played his 7th game. Many more games to go. Many more games to go. Hi, James. What's going on? Kaisaj. Nice move. Stopping and delaying my castle, but sacrificing in exchange. Yeah, here's a second game like that. This is what? The second game we've seen somebody do this too? That's Naroditsky did that too. Seems like this is gonna be bad though. Ooh, wait, both of these are hanging. That was a beautiful move. Now nothing's hanging, but then he says, oh, now it is hanging again. Both of these are hanging. Maybe not this one so much because rook a1 is actually hitting, you know, this here. It's not good. Knight takes d4 is real though, so maybe knight f3. Still can't castle. What about castle? Huh, Bogdan's thinking. He's definitely thinking. He's trying to figure this out. But what would you do in this position, right? You know, is the question here. There's about 39 seconds left for Tiger here. Shevchenko and Bogdan with about a minute. About a minute, 569 players. Shout out to everyone playing. Oh, look at that. 6.5 jumps in first right now. 6.5 out of 7. Not losing a game. Not losing any games. 6.5 out of 7 points there for first place. And we do have some exchanges here. Now, in-game wise, guys, when you ever reach an in-game, even before you reach an in-game, you have to pay attention and very close attention to the pawn structure when you reach it. So you understand what the plans and ideas may be, or is there something that you can attack in an in-game? Isolated pawn 101, right? My system teaches this very well. My system, you know, when you need to take over or like you're facing the isolated pawn, you put a piece in front of it. That's one of the first things to do, preferably a knight. Control the square in front of the pawn. And then you try to trade the pieces around it. So something like bishop takes f3, things like that. But I am down in exchange as black here. So you have to remember that. Hi, James. Is English opening worse than d4 or e4? No, actually. In fact, it's actually a very surprising secret weapon. It's very strong, to be honest, especially people that don't know how to play against it. And it gave me trouble for a while, actually. So English is an underrated opening, I would actually say. Very much so a strong opening that's just not talked about a lot. Cheesy Driver, what's up, bro? We in here. Welcome to the stream. And Black's trying to make this work, being down in exchange. He does put the knight on a very nice square here, the outpost d5. And pressing forward, I do like Black's ambition here and how he's pressing forward, even being down at full exchange here. King f5, rook b2. That's a good move. Bishop a4. I can't, yeah, he actually just can't go to the 7th rank. He has that covered here. Great defense. Like, Black is defending like a beast here. Like, how do you get through this? You can't go rook c7. I have that there. I'm never going to move this knight off of d5. Now, I mean, don't jump off the deep end. Look like he's trying to walk right into mate somehow. Looks like he's trying to walk right into mate. It's not mate. But it was definitely close. Definitely close. His king is too close to your own pieces. This is always a bad idea, right? You know, this king is way too close. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He hit that man with bishop f3. Oh my goodness, get the man off the board. Oh my goodness. Wow, I got goosebumps after that one. I felt that one. It felt like it happened to me. It felt like it happened to me. I felt all the pain that he just went through right now. I felt all the pain that he just went through. Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. And for everyone watching, what's the idea? What's the idea? King F1 or G1 is Rook H1 mate. It doesn't matter. Bishop F3 check. Look at the fighting king. Who says that? Is it Steinitz? Steinitz talks about the fighting king, I think. William Steinitz. Wow, that was crazy. That was not supposed to happen there, and that hurts. That's how it goes. And we do have Tiger in first place with a crushing 7 out of 7 here. Daniel Naroditsky with 6.5 out of 7. I had no idea. Nobody thought that was going to happen. And there was a mate on the board. Wow. Black playing King of the Hill. And won, right? And won. That was crazy. Hikaru's out. Yeah, Hikaru's out. With crushing tactic. Yeah, that was a nice one right there. I mean, beautiful tactic. Bishop F3 check. Nobody saw that one coming. Like, literally no one saw that coming. Learning through the pain, true Jedi. That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. He hung his rook. I gotta breathe. I'm getting too excited here. I gotta breathe. That was crazy. This is what happened, right? This is what happened. Okay? He went here, and then he went here, and then he went here. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it, right? Look at this. Look at this. I don't know who's gonna win. Oh yeah, Black's now crushing now. Yeah, I thought the king was able to get away, but now he can't. Yikes, that hurts, man. That's one of those you look around the room real quick, slam the mouse real hard, and knock everything off the table in front of you. Don't care what it is, but it's going to be on the floor right in front of me. Yeah, that hurts. 3 more games left in round 7, guys. This one is supposed to be a draw. And we do say supposed to be. And there it is. Yep, there it is. It's supposed to be a draw. Oh, there it is, right? It's supposed to... Oh. And it's done, right? That quick. This one, oh my goodness, he's made it. This is crazy. This round got nuts, guys. People hanging mates. I mean, all kind of stuff here. Oh man, mates everywhere. It's a mate party. Everybody getting mated. So the simple way to do this actually is king here and just literally walk the king up. But this is simple too as well. Just with less time on the clock, it's easy to understand the position you have. So you could just walk the king all the way up and mate in that fashion. White wins that one. That's round 7, guys. That's round 7. Let's take a look at the standings here. We have 7 for Tiger, first place. Daniel Naroditsky literally right behind him with 6.5. We have Big Fish, which is Vlad. Grandulus here jumped into 4th. Aryan Tari, nice job. All these 6.5s. I think that was my top score ever in Title Tuesday was 6.5. Like that's the most I ever got. I was hyped about that, like let's go 6.5, you know. And then like I finished like that though, so it was very hard, very hard playing these big fellas, right? S tier commentary, S tier. Your commentary is great. Thank you so much, appreciate it. All right, somebody says something. What's up, Kon Garu? Welcome to the stream, Kon Garu. All right, Naroditsky is playing round 8 starting. Here we go, guys. What in the world happened? There's a pawn on g5. It's like move 5, okay? Pawn on g5 is like move 5. So he played Larson. Bishop b2. Played e3 in it. Then he played g4 out the oops. g4. Knight f3. I mean, this... Look, I'm going to tell you one thing. When you watch Naroditsky play, guys, don't try this at home, okay? I'm going to say that again. When you're watching Naroditsky play, don't try this at home. Because this is not something you are supposed to get away with. But he will, right? So after knight f3, h5, there's g5 on the board, knight c3, making some threats, and then plays g6. I love this move. I love the g6 move because it weakens some squares. He plays f6 with actually a centralizing my, or strengthening my center type approach. Queen takes f3. Now I'm loving white's position. I have a pawn on g6. What am I doing with a pawn on g6? Like, I don't know. He doesn't know either. And actually, it looks like he's going to lose it. Queen g2 actually fails. Rook h6 is kind of annoying. How do you face rook h6? Rook h6 is extremely annoying. Queen independent, yep. Lebowski says, great commentary, can't you? Thank you. I think Hikaru called it a day. Yeah, he played a lot of chess today, you know. Rook h6. Are we like missing something? Any forks? Because that pawn's gone. That pawn's gone. Play like a g6. Yeah. Why not rook g1? Well, after rook h6, I mean, you could play rook to g1, but you know, just doesn't seem the best. I also can just take it. Is a 2. You get what, a rook and a knight. I get a queen. So it's still playable. Generally speaking, though, that shouldn't work. Rook h6 was nice, so he does play something else. Queen takes b7 is now on the board here. Playing black. What do I do? Well, first off, I haven't finished my development. So that's something we need to worry about ASAP. Okay, rook b1, that's a starting point, right? And rook b8, starting point, hitting the queen. Interesting. Naroditsky's thinking too. What do you do here? If I take, he didn't take. He played queen a6. g6 now. Well, now we have holes here. Rook g1 seems good too. Not easy. g6 is a thorn, says Drodla. Yes, that's right. That pawn sacrifice. Yeah, that was sweet, right? Some way the engine likes it. Well, it's because you're messing up the king side structure. That's why. That's usually how it goes. Bishop h3 only seems good, but it can't be hit with knight f4. Nothing's here yet. Nothing's here. He just takes on a7. He is hitting d4, guys. That was the intention. Yeah, queen takes a7. Yikes. I thought e5, but man, you in trouble though. Somehow, some way. Can we get this bishop here? Rook g1. He plays queen a4 instead, backing that boy up. Not easy. Not easy, you know. These type of positions you really have to spend time on, which you don't have. That's why it's even more fun, because it's 3 minutes, 1 second increment, you know. Kenty's great commentary of the game. It's really cool. Thank you, MBT C96. Thank you. Thank you very much. He missed queen a4 to win the knight. Oh, he did? Hold up. Let's go back. Queen a4 won the knight. Oh, yeah. Wait. It was right here. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't there. I don't think he could have won the knight. Nice counterplay, though. I love White's position. I mean, this knight's tied down. Rook d7. Not enough yet. Not enough. Bishop h3. Yeah, it doesn't work either. Yikes. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to do myself. Naroditsky's like, you know, lower on time. He's like under a minute now, but really like, what's the move? You can't play bishop g2. You can't play bishop h3. I mean, rook g1, I guess, is a possibility. a2 is hanging. We don't really care about a2 too much, but he does. He plays queen a4. I was also thinking maybe just king b1. You know, king b1 would be a thing. Hand castling, it seems like. Maybe bringing the other rook to the file. And hand castling. Oh. Let's go back to the game. Okay. Whoa, what happened? What happened? That was quick. We just got back. Takes queen a4. Takes trading. Bishop c4 and king g6. That's a good move. I like the pressure White's putting on black. What are you thinking about? Wait, check? Hold on. How is that right? How does that even work? You can't go king b2. The rook's hanging. Yikes, there's blunders everywhere today. Oh my goodness. There's blunders everywhere. a2 is hanging, that's right. No, there's a draw. Wow. Wow, no bloodshed there. Just a draw. Check the standings. Tiger is still in first place. Naroditsky has came in under just a half point, basically, from first place. He has 7. He's doing a great job. Then you have Tiger V, which is, I think that's Gata or Gata Kamsky. You have Big Fish, Grindalus, and some others, guys. And some others. Okay, cool. Let's check out. Wow, this is a big boy game. Big Fish versus Grandalist. They're like, I think, right next to each other in the list. On leaderboard. Big Fish. Yeah, literally right next to each other. These are going to be real strong games here. King to B3. Rook to G1. H3. Rook H1. This is nice. They always say the defense or offense with a passed pawn is you have to be behind the pawn. A3 rook. A3 rook over here. That's good. Lock it down over here. Now you can just shuffle the king, to be honest. And just shuffle back and forth. Not really much else to do. No real progress. Oh, come on. Is he going to move? Oh, man. I was like, is he going to move, bro? 2 seconds left. King E3. Rook's not trapped. He does have rook F1. Yeah, he should just take a draw, to be honest. They're back in the same position. This should just take a draw, guys. Check. There it is. There's the draw. Yep. Okay, yeah, we just take a draw. Just take a draw. 7.5 is 7.5 is top dog right now. 7.5 out of 8. It is boring, right? It is boring. You know, just boring draw. Boring. You want to see the tactical craziness, right? I'm the same way. How many games we got here? We got about a dozen games left. Let's check out Dretch versus Bogdan here. Definitely winning position for white here. There's a check block with the rook. Rook to E3 is beautiful here. Do we have any great checks? You can always go King H7. There's another good check. Yeah, we need a good sequence though. Yeah, this is not cutting it yet. As he sees, this is not cutting it. Oh, he only got 3 seconds. So I was like, why is he moving so fast to try to navigate this? Is it a perpetual? Uh-oh. This is nice. King H3. Oh, he had a Queen B1. I mean, Queen. Nope, he couldn't do that. But this is mate. Oh, he saw it. Yeah, he's definitely going for that mate. That little swindle. Look, we've seen a lot of swindles today, so you can't put any swindles past anyone. Just go back and check them again, probably. Nice way to set up here. Uh-oh, knight's on G5. This could be over. I feel this is going to be very tricky for white to figure this out. Oh, knight H3. Nope, that doesn't work. He has a check. He has that actually covered. Something's coming, guys. You can smell the blunder. You can smell the blunder right now. I'm telling you guys, I smell a blunder somewhere. I smell a straight up blunder. Tricky. I know, bro. This is somebody's about to hang something. Something is about to hang. I don't know what yet. Somebody's going to get hurt here. Okay, black won. Wow. He won on time. He flagged. How do you flag with 3-1? He flagged. He flagged with 3-1, guys. Worst way to go sometimes. He flagged. I know. He flagged, guys. Like 7.5 out of 8 is the top score. 7.5 out of 8. Rub honey. Oh, okay. White won that one. Okay, that one's a draw. This one, white won. Looks like all the games are finished. Let's check. Quick refresh. Cool, guys. Yeah, that's all the games. Let's actually take a look at the standings. We do have a few more rounds here. So Platy 3 is in first place, 28.66. We have Tiger in second. We have Daniel Naroditsky in third place. Then we have a lot of other players here, guys. But hey, look, you don't go anywhere. Just stick around here. We have a quick commercial for you guys. And we'll be back shortly right after this break. See you soon. Welcome back, guys. National Master James Canty III here with Title Tuesday. Games are starting, but quickly, if you are new here, this is the event. Title Tuesday every Tuesday. $1,600 prize fund, 3 minutes with 1 second increment. And here's the format. 11 rounds, 3 minutes, 1 second increment, guys, with these prizes. $750 for first, $400 for second, $150 for third, $100 for fourth, and $100 for best female, and $100 for best stream. Now back to the games. These are the top dogs here, both with 7.5 here, sharing first and second right now. Or actually not sharing, but first and second place, but sharing the same score here. Based off tiebreak, something different. Now we have a timing off Sicilian here with the strong F4 and E4 kind of moves. Before I ever studied the Sicilian, I would play Sicilian in just this kind of fashion. With the white pieces. Now I play the Alpin or C3 Sicil for the kill. But here, as white here, I like these type of positions here. I like getting an early F4 in. It depends where your king is. Do you like the castle? Play King H1 first for prophylactic reasons before playing F4. It is risky, and you see he does put the bishop on E3, with bishop E6 being or now forced move for black. But there is no castling, and imagine if your king is already on H1. You don't have problems on this dark square diagonal and leaving your king in the center being unsafe with stuff like knight to G4 and trying to hit you in your face here. So knight to E4 defending actually and attacking at the same time. So we may see castles here, but then H3, knight F6, knight 6, knight 5. Could be some moves. Let's see. Best stream right here? Yes, sir. Best stream right here. That's right. Who's Tigra? That was Boris Sabchenko? I think that's right. Sabchenko. F6. Don't like it. Knight to D6 looks really good. I mean, that's what we wanted to do anyway, but it is F2 is now weakened, so maybe we may see H3 first to kick the knight, followed by maybe a knight to D6 move. Our pawn structure is about to be broken up here. There's always two sides to a strong pawn structure. There's a person that has it, which is white, that needs to defend it and play around it at all costs. And for black, they're supposed to attack it relentlessly at all cost here. So moves like F6, and of course G5 is wild, but the concept is still there of G5 to be able to break down this center or this pawn structure here. Knight to E3, hitting the queen and the bishop at the same time here. Queen goes where is our best move. We also have knight D6 once again. I wonder, what are we going to settle with, guys? What are we going to settle with? Queen D3, nice move here. I figured this would be one of the moves, but you can't get this knight off, guys. If you can't get the knight off, like what are you going to do, right? You cannot get the knight off. So this is really, really annoying, to say the least, here. And pawn takes, like, honestly, this may look a little bit better for black. What about Queen D4 here? Queen D4 is, oh, you can't do that, of course. You can't do that, obvious reasons. Don't play Queen D4. C5 is the obvious move. So what do we do about it? That's a good move. C5. I was about to say could be sacrificed. Knight takes B4. Might be too much. Might be too much. But it's not. It's not too much for white to win this game now. This is over. Queen takes knight is definitely coming. Knight C2 you have to watch out for. The queen is hanging right now. So you may see knight takes D4 first, because this is annoying. Maybe Rook C1. Got to block the square. Or King F2. One of these moves are going to be played. One of these. He actually plays E takes D4 instead, guys. So knight, he must have something really strong up his sleeve here. Knight to C2. Which one? I guess he's just saying I'm going to get a knight anyway. That's a lot of calculation to get that right. Think about this. Knight to C2 check. If I go king to D2, right? You know, I'm going to take this knight that's connected to the queen, and also this knight's in the corner. So while you're over here grabbing material, I'm going to grab the central knight. It doesn't matter which knight you do it with. I'm going to grab one of the knights, and this one's going to be stuck in the corner. King to D2, you got to go for it, basically. Well, he doesn't have to. These knights do defend each other. Knight takes F1 doesn't work because Rook takes, and that loses on the spot. It's absolutely looking crazy here. Let's see if we can spot it before he does. What's the move, guys? Rook to C1 looks good. Knight D4, that's a good one too, because of queen takes and queen H4. Nasty. Nasty. Queen takes, hitting the knight at queen H4. If knight F5, you just kind of take it. You have to take it. Knight D5 could be mating threats. Bishop B5 and Rook check. Could be mating threats. So knight F5. It's got to be knight f5. Takes. Queen h4. King f8. Bishop. Ooh, now you got to be careful. g2's hanging. G2's hanging. It's maybe just bishop b2 then. Interesting. Woo, man. This is about to get strong. This is about to get real strong here. Oh my goodness. Have you had your tactics today for breakfast? Okay. Wow. Did you have your puzzle rush, guys? He took on b6. He says none of that. I'm just going to take. I think I probably would have went for this, or at least tried to calculate it a little more. Because my king's in the middle of the street too. Both of our kings sitting in the middle of the street, basically talking to each other. You're not safe. I'm not safe either. And then they just going at it, right? So takes. Rook g1. Get out of the way. You want to get out of the x-ray. Always be aware and get out of the x-ray. Rook to c5 hitting the bishop is another way of getting out of this x-ray here on the rook. Here's something to pay attention to. Pawn takes. Look at all these pawns I got. All this extra material. I'm going to play a6. Rook b5. Just take it. No. Which one? Take and then rook b5? Yeah, rook b5. Bishop c6. Rook takes. Or rook b5. Yeah, it's got to be right. And then now again, you got to move this rook. You could move the bishop. You could. Bishop takes g2 is kind of annoying, but you actually grab the g7 pawn. There it is. Yeah. So if you grab one, I grab one too. He actually grabs 2 pawns. But these active rooks here are nasty. Just take on f5. Take the freebie right here. There we go. So much defending. And rook h5 maybe hitting this one. Just tempo, guys. Tempo. Rook g5. That was not tempo. So it does. Now you have to move a piece. Tempo means extra move. So if you can get an extra move every move, how good would that be, right? So he's trying to get an extra move here. Rook h5 would have slightly probably gave him an extra move. Rook g5 seems okay. He is blocking. Now the king can run this way, but he's going this way instead with nothing. Can't go anywhere. So we would love to get this check in. Unfortunately impossible, basically. But also a5's now hanging. Great defense. Great defense here. So you may see one of these moves. Excellent defense, though, because now these pawns are all about to get captured. That's crazy. There you go, Mr. See? There you go. I'm glad you did that. I have to get ready. Great stream. All right, bro. Good job, Mr. I'll see you later, big fella. Great job. Did he just... Hold on. Let me go back. I'm sorry. What happened? What did he do? He sacked it? And then play bishop f3. This man better have the tricks of the tricks up his sleeve right now. Okay, so at least I don't think he's going to lose. I don't think he's going to lose. Yeah, I don't think he's going to lose this one. It's very hard to lose this game. Very hard to lose this one, to be honest. Yeah, this one's definitely a draw. Definitely a draw. It's hard to lose this one, guys. Hard to lose this one. Oh, yeah. Bishop g4, h6. Yikes. So bishop d3, maybe. He probably had to go bishop d3. You said Hess is 7 out of 8? What? Hess turned up like that? The big fella Hess? Oh, my goodness. Hess is 8 out of 9. Hess, Robert Hess, you can't say chess without Hess, has 8 out of 9 right now. Look at Robert Hess going crazy today. And actually, he's in the 6th place. He is turning up. 8 out of 9. This is tied for first, right? This is tied for first place. Okay, Robert Hess says, yeah, y'all thought y'all saw me play in the qualifier. I just went to the lab real quick and came out a new machine, as we see today. 8 out of 9, losing one game, and that doesn't say that he lost the game. That could be 2 draws. He probably got 2 draws is 1 point, right? He could have got 2 draws, 8 out of 9. However he did it, 1 loss, 2 draws, whatever. The man is tied for first place. So you have to give credit where credit was due. So let's actually see, is Hess playing right now? Oh, actually, it's still round 9. So we're going to check out Hess right after this to see what he's doing. What is Hess doing? What is he eating for breakfast that makes him turn up like this? We need to learn, that man had his Wheaties here. That's a draw. That's a draw. That man's working. Great job. Shout out to Hess. Nice. Now we got 2 pawns here. Yeah, just bring that back to civilization. There's really no way there's no reason to be checking around. You can't get anything. Yeah, you need to go here and push. Type yes for Hess. Yeah. Hess hasn't eaten at all, actually. Wow. So that's the secret. Thanks. Wild Rage with the secret in the chat. Don't eat food. Wow. And you can play like Hess. You know what? I never would have thought. I never would have thought. Okay, so how are we queening? By the way, this is not mate. Knight h2. Oh, Hess lost to a CM, candidate master early in the event. He lost to a CM early in the event. All right, let's check the standings before this next round. Look at Jeffery Xiong. I mean, this is the best of the best here right now, guys. This is round 10 and 11 coming up. 8 out of 9 here for some of these players here. I mean, very strong stuff. I mean, what else can you say, right? What else can you say? We just came to see some of the best chess today, and we are not being let down. Oh my goodness, the game of the century right now. Stop everything you're doing. Don't say nothing. Watch the game, okay? Daniel Naroditsky and Hess going at it. Hess versus Danya. This is what you came to see. Let's get to it. Let's just stop talking here. This is awesome commentary. Happy to be here. Thanks, bro. What's up, man? Here it is, guys. Here it is. All right, so what is this? A Berlin. Oh, okay, so we about to go to sleep. But actually, this is a different kind of Berlin because it's not the one where the king's on d8 and everybody going to sleep and we just go to the next game because nobody wants to see that. But here, this one actually is definitely a better looking Berlin. There's pieces on the board still. There's castles. So this is what's going to be a game. This is not going to be the boring Berlins that put people to sleep and make children cry. So rook to e1, hitting e4. Bishop to f6, hitting d4. I like this. I like this pressure on this diagonal here. I used to play the open Spanish as black a long time ago. Knight takes e4 early, kind of like in this line here. This is pretty good. Black has some very nice compensation here. Let's see how Hess does this. I know Hess has been a lifelong e5 player as long as I've known him. As long as I've known him, he's been very good with e5. Very, very good in all the Roy Lopez lines. So we'll see, what he has up his sleeve for us today. It'll be pretty nice. Rook takes e4. What's the plans and ideas? Problem with Hess, though. Does anyone know Hess's weakness? He actually just sacrificed, by the way. This is Hess's weakness. We saw it in the U.S. Champs Online Qualifier. His time. That's the only problem. Is sometimes he gets in time trouble. And this is, of course, a 3-minute with 1 second increment. You can't get in time trouble here. So I'm curious to see. Oh, it was d6 in the end. Whew. Man, Hess came to play today. He steals a pawn from Naroditsky and says you can't take it or I'm going to get some extra material because d6, due to the pin in the center, what this bishop was doing. So he has to back off. And now Hess is just up a clean pawn right now with no weaknesses right now. Oh my goodness, Hess came to play today. Now, why? Oh my god, look at the engine. Engine went crazy, went nuts here. Hey, it's probably not bishop takes b2, but he does go for it. But there must have been something else. But he is opening up f5 though. Oh my goodness, is he doing this to Daniel Naroditsky right now? This can't be crushing. This can't be crushing. We know he's doing good, but crushing. Naroditsky, I can't believe it. Your voice so comforting. It sounds like Morpheus and Matrix. Yo, that's sweet, bro. Thanks. Appreciate that. What opener do you recommend as black against d4? I'm KID for life. Okay, maybe one day I might change. KID is King's Indian Defense, guys. But it's very tactical. I mean, dynamicism, everything I'm looking for in an opening against d4. And yeah, that's what I play. I did play the Nimzo, though, first. And I tried the Dutch. I tried many openings. But what resonated the most, my favorite, was the King's Indian Defense. And that's what I play now. Takes on g4. Or bishop moves. That's the question, guys. What's the best move? And he's definitely trying to figure that out. This one's appealing. This one's appealing. I don't think there's anything else. Maybe like knight takes f4. This is a difficult position to navigate. Because if you take this pawn's a target. Hess knows he's winning. He knows he's winning, but figuring this out, and this is the problem, right? He's almost down a minute. Now, this is 3-minute, 1 second increment. 3-minute, 1 second increment. But you're down a minute, okay? You are down a minute on time. You're down. B4. Somebody said B4, actually. B4 is right here. Did you mean G5? I think G5 was actually interesting. G5 was I actually kind of liked the move G5, if that's what you meant. Under 1 minute he is. Yeah, just follow Canto. Hope you stream next days. I got a week out. Oh yeah, Lebowski, I'll be on tonight. I'm streaming tonight. Yeah, definitely be streaming tonight. F takes g4, tempo on the bishop. I play Nemzo because I don't feel like I'm strong enough to win. In mini KID, when is it time to make the switch? If you start finding yourself studying tons of tactics that you haven't in your sleep, it's probably time to play King's Indian Defense. There's times where you have to sacrifice pieces out to open it in the King's Indian defense. What opening do you do that? I mean, okay, there's many. There's many you can name, but you know, main wise, Roy Lopez, you're not doing that, you know. Or Nimzo Indian, rarely are you looking for piece sacks in the opening in the King's Indian. In certain lines you have that. There's even queen sacks in the samest variation. Gary Kasparov has some very nice queen sacrifices in the King's Indian. So Rook B5 is not a move. It is not a move. So what's the refutation, guys? Maybe A6 looked good for B5. That was kind of automatic, but he plays D6 and just says, I'm going to develop my bishop, but you actually can't. So I'm wondering what he's going to do next. Knight to D3. Oh, you're talking about for white. What headphones I'm using? HyperX's. Uh-oh. H3. Yo, the engine going crazy. And not only is the engine going crazy, we're going crazy in the chat because of Robert Hess's play today. Yo, somebody get him on the phone. Hey, Hess, what'd you do today? What'd you do differently? You need to know. You have to know that so you can get on that same wavelength because he's playing at a very high level today, guys. 8 out of 9. 8 out of 9 games in this field. Very strong chess today from Robert Hess. And now he's beating Naroditsky here, and the engine is absolutely going nuts right now. Going nuts. Hess had his Wheaties, or I mean, for whatever he did, you know, whatever he did, we definitely need to talk to Hess. Might get him on the phone, please. All right, now here's the problem, though. I mean, again, what do we say, right? I told you, like, hey, his time is going to be his problem. And look at the time right now. He is struggling here. Queen takes D4 was mate. Oh, my God. Oh, Naroditsky's nasty. Naroditsky set up a nasty little mate. Did anybody see that? You saw that, Shahir? Did you see that, Shahir 37? Yeah. Did you see that mate? Yo, he set up that mate, my guy. And he just, of course, Robert Hess saw it, but it would have been beautiful to see that mate on the screen. Kenty, you crack me up, bro. You know I got you, big fella. What's up, Rakesh? Rakesh says, yeah, I saw the mate. Oh, man. Look, when this game's over, I'm just going to go back to that mate. We got to show that mate because that's a pretty one. Somebody would have fell for that, and that would have hurt, you know. You ever been on, like, a roller coaster before? Like, people have been on there. And, like, you get to the top and you go down, and, like, your heart goes up, your stomach. That's how it would feel to get mated like that after, especially live. You know it's live. People watching, you know. You just want to get off the screen as quick as possible. 7 seconds here. He's making it work. Queen, queen, queen. There it is. Oh my goodness, he's queening. And I said, and the game's over. And Robert Hess takes down Naroditsky. Unbelievable. Not unbelievable, but like his play today is unbelievable. So this is the mate. Let me show you this, guys. This was the mate right here. Such a tricky player. This is my kind of style too. I've definitely favored Naroditsky's type of play. I love tactics. Queen takes D4, thinking, oh wait, look, the rook's hanging. Ha ha ha. Knight G6. Oh my goodness. That's checkmate, guys. Wow. Beautiful mate he was setting up. He was setting up a nice little mate here. And Hess saw that. And he was like, yeah, you're not about to get me, bro. So he took the knight instead. He just said, no, forget all of that. All of that. And he took the knight instead. And he did a great job of doing that. He chose the right option there. And Hess is now the big boss. Look at him. The big boss. We call him Big Boss Hess now. That's his name. G6 nasty. I know, bro. Call him Big Boss Hess. That's what he prefers to be called at this point. Today. Only today. Big Boss Hess. Check. King D6. Check again. Take on C5. Ooh, actually, maybe not. This is hanging, but you can't do anything about it anyway. He's going to take it anyway. So you kind of had to take it. Makes sense. King takes A5. Bishop C7. Don't take the pawn. Now we can take the pawn. He doesn't choose to. Defends instead. Now we can take. Same thing. Check. Oh, trying to mate him. Setting up a small mating net, but nothing too serious. If he would have went here, Bishop C3 was mate. So he's trying to do what he can. Maybe hit him with a check here. King's very safe here, though. Surprisingly. Was check a move? Actually? Oh, yeah, Rook H2, didn't he? No mates. No mates. He's trying to set up. Ooh, nice. Nice little combo. Oh, man. Oh, no, he couldn't check him. Dang, this is crazy. Opposite color bishops get crazy. Oh, that's a wrap. Hey, that's over. Yikes, man, it was a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth there. A lot of back and forth. We have Jeffery Xiong in first place. We can't spell Hess without chess, or you can't spell chess without Hess. Okay, so here it is, guys. Second place, big fella. We see him. And then Platty 3. I'm not sure who this is. Can't remember who this is. Platty 3. We do have Vlad in fourth place here with 8.5. And some others here. Naroditsky's actually down here with 8. So we do have another round after this one. Let's check the last few games. Last few games here. Oh, is this a draw? Oh, not anymore. Apparently not. Apparently it's not a draw. Apparently it's not. Oh, definitely not. Yeah, he's just gonna walk the king around. Big hoss. Hess. Super GMS. Yeah, I know, bro. Hess is turned up, bro. Hess is turned up. If I was Hess, man, I'd be so turned. Oh, this is. Wait a second. It is a draw. He messed this up somehow, huh? Somehow he messed this up. Now check out how this position is, guys. Very great technique. You keep checking the king. Check the king. Once he starts to get close to you, then you come right back around. But he's not taking the draw. Now he takes the draw. There it is. Also, I've been thoroughly enjoying your commentary, Miss Canty. So good stuff. Thank you. Top H top. Let's go. You're doing great, Canty. Thanks, guys. Let's go. Let's go. So we have a few games left. And oh, that's it. Actually, all the games have ended in round 10. So let's take a look here at everyone else. Okay, let's just take a look at the top dogs here. Actually, round 11 is starting. It looks like we're going to have, is it Hess and Xiong? Is it going to be Hess and Xiong? Let's see. Oh, Hess is not playing Xiong. Man, that would have been nice. That would have been sweet to see Xiong and but let's check out Hess again, because Hess is like, wow, Hess just came out of nowhere today. We wasn't expecting to see, not that, you know, Hess can't hold his own, but today, you know, we did have Hikaru Nakamura. I mean, you had Naroditsky, you had Eric Hansen, you had some very, 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 very strong players that actually perform every week as well. And here, you know, we see Hess at the top just coming out and saying, hey, you guys left me out. You know, you can't spell chess without Hess. Don't make me say it again. And now he's, you know, 9 out of 10 here, going crazy. Hess wasn't even going to play. Chat made him do it. And now look at him. He's like guaranteed prize money right now. He's guaranteed probably some prize money. Great commentary. Thanks. Thank you so much. BMG White Rock. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think he's guaranteed cash, bro. So let's see. Bishop to G2. I do not. Oh, this is a Bogo? Oh, this is a Nimzo. It just looks like a Bogo Indian. Usually this is similar positions you would face. That's why they're the same, or not the same, but very similar positions. After you trade the bishop, you put your pawns on the dark squares. And also, not only that, the bishop becomes very strong if we put our pawns on dark squares. So this eventually being a plan maybe of some kind. Of some kind. Very nice stuff here. Yeah, look at Hess out here going crazy. This game will take him over to 2,900 here, having a beast rating here to close out the tournament. But let's see what he does. He is, again, thinking. His thinking is a lot. As you know, we saw in the game with Naroditsky, he was in time trouble, guys. And he was very low on time. And luckily, there was a resignation by Naroditsky. Now, there is 1 second increment every move, so that does help. And this is one of the theoretical moves. I just know from the black side of this position, with the Bogo Indians and some of the Indians that are Nimzo-like, that usually after knight to d2, they're expecting a captures on either square. Usually is what you would like to do, this one being the best one, because you want to get rid of the bishop. I do like the reroute of the knight here from Fair Chess YouTube, just saying, hey, I want a little bit more space, so now I can clear the way for maybe my queen could go to d7, or in some cases trying to back the bishop up this way and keeping some uncomfortable pressure on the file. You could even do something, this takes a long time, queen d7, rook e4, and then walking the queen all the way over here, but he actually takes with the bishop instead. f3 from Hess and backing up. And now we're going for e4. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Ozzy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep. So e4 is definitely on the way, though. Queen g6, very nice. Or queen e8, intending queen g6. Sometimes even h5. But definitely queen g6. So e4 had to be played, I think. Because, of course, queen g6 would have stopped and delayed our e4 push. Question is, can he still do it now? And what happens if he does? Takes, bishop h3 looks interesting, but maybe not correct. Maybe not correct, though. But we do have a nice center here. Yep, has Super Saiyan mode. I mean, hey, you know, Super Saiyan 17 right now. I mean, he going crazy today. Queen g6, rook c to e. Or d5. d5, e5. But then this diagonal is a beast, but then he can come back and grab it. But then we can snap it, and f5's a hole. How do you get me off of f5? Doubling, only bubbling here. That could be a way to play. Could be a way to play. Definitely is a way to play. What about d5 takes, knight takes? If he takes it, you might have to take on f6. There it is, e5. So now we do have this, but we have rook e1 first because this is a thing. This is a hanging pawn. So maybe rook here, but then bishop c8. This is why move orders are very important, because now you can't play bishop h3. So he goes for b4, says I'm going to break through on c5. Not worry about this at all. I'm actually going to play on the side where I have a little bit more structure with, and whoever controls the pawn breaks controls the game. Very nice to know. A pawn break is something like this, or even for black, it would be c5. Whoever controls the pawn breaks controls the game. And white is definitely controlling them, or the biggest one here in the position is actually c5. If we are allowed to play c5, then we're going to open a C file and just, you know, do our thing. Queen h5 looks nice. I think bishop h3 is the intention with knight to g4. He's going for it. He's going all out. He's going all out. There it is. Bishop h3. He's going to go all out here. Knight to g4 now. It also connects to rooks if rook takes f8. So my king don't look crazy. So bishop h3, knight to g4, and bishop takes g2, followed by queen h2 mate is the idea. That is what he's going for, guys. Can't do the Clyde Frazier of chess. Let's go 201 steez. But on the other hand, honestly, this is real. Like, this is a real threat right now. Knight g4 is a real threat, guys. I don't know how. I really don't know what he's gonna do about that. Maybe you could just take it. You could honestly just take this. Look at Robert getting low on time, though. Told you, time is always his problem here, guys. Time is always Hess's not. It's never Hess's friend. Like, time is never Hess's friend. Every game we be seeing here, you know. But what's funny is he's being a top dog, even with this style. He plays knight g4 anyway, so the rook is hanging with queen takes h2 being real. Hess is now down to 8 seconds here on the clock. He plays queen to e2 with nice move. So now if bishop takes, rook takes, well, at least I'm actually winning material for real. This knight's hanging. So you actually can't even take this rook. Like, that's crazy. I mean, you can take the rook, but you're going to give up something for it. Or actually, he could take on f3. So does he want to do that? No, that's probably not good. It would be takes, rook takes f3, rook takes f3. And that ends the line. Then knight takes h2 go. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Rook f8. Oh, my goodness, get the man off the board. That's a family channel. Whoa, you can't do that. Queen h3, beautiful move. If bishop takes g3, rook takes, or bishop takes g4. Yeah, rook takes f1. And now we're up in exchange, says Black. Black says, hey, man, you down -8. Oh, my goodness. What happened? Hess just jumped off the deep end somewhere. He just jumped. Oh, man, what happened? Well, I mean, first off, it was the time. That was the first thing. First thing, it was the time. Secondly, you know, when you have a position, when you have to defend in a position that's very tactical, it's hard to do so. And that was his problem here. That was his problem. He went down exchange, yeah. He went down exchange here, and he's about to drop this bishop. No way to finish that out. But, I mean, look how he ended, guys. Look how Hess ended here, right? 9 out of 11. I mean, you can't be mad at that. Like, you can't be mad at that, bro. I don't know if this is his best one ever. Like, 9 out of 11. I mean, that's great, man. That's great. Mine, I want to shoot for 7. That'd be my best ever, 7. That's crazy there, you know. Yeah, he played well today. He played real good. So let's go over here to Big Fish and Daniel Naroditsky. Of course, a very wild game here. Loving White's position. G6 is a real threat, guys. It's a real threat on the king. So he stops it immediately. Now rook g6 is the threat. And then king f8 is mate. Just take it. Oh, no, you could have taken that. He could have taken it. He missed it. He had bishop f7 to follow. He missed it. Oh, he completely missed it. That's crazy. He completely missed it. Rook takes g6, king h7. He thought the rook was trapped, but bishop takes f7 was the move here. Russia, you too strong. Yeah. Russia real strong. Yeah, Russia real strong. I mean, they're born like 2100 over in Russia. That's how it is. That's usually like standard, you know, come out first day here, you know, 2100. See, whoa. Oh, saying stalemate tricks. Very nice. He could have played c4, but stalemate tricks were the key there. That's why. He probably walked the king into a little cubby hole over here. Rook takes. So he just says, I'm going to make it easy on myself. Going to make it very easy here. Or am I? Hold up now. Bring the king around. Bring it around town. There we go. There we go. Wow. Great game. Daniel Naroditsky goes down in that one. Well, let's check out this one. Whoa. Very wild. I like Black's position, of course, because we do have the space, but Uh-oh. Oh, he lost. He missed 95. Oh, my goodness. He missed 95. Oh, wow. That's what happens when you get in time trouble. Wow. 95 was game over. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Born 2100. They really are. They really are. They really are. That's absolutely crazy. I think this is a draw, though, to be honest, with best play. He's trying to actually swindle him, and he actually did have a swindle. Like, there was a position with the king on f8. Oh, there it is. Oh, my good. Oh, my. He missed it twice. He missed it twice. Knight d5. How do you give him the same tactic twice at this level? How do you give him the same check twice, and they both miss it? They both missed it. Twice. 2 times. Same position. 3 times? I missed it? Oh, they had it 3 times? Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. No, it's just a draw, huh? Unless somebody drops something. Because at this point, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. And black shouldn't win, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know now. I don't know. Okay, so they're probably just going to consolidate here. And just stop playing around. Don't get too crazy, okay? Don't get too crazy. What's going on, JMP? Welcome to the stream, bro. That's right, Atomic Sheep. Hey, man, you on to something, Atomic Sheep. Shout out to 911. That's right. That's right. Commentate. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Hey, what's up? What's up? Yo, what's up, Maroon? What's going on, bro? Come on, man. This got to be the last game. This is indeed the last game, guys. This is the last game of Title Tuesday today. Oh my goodness. That's right, Cone. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thanks, Tom. Thanks. Rook d2, Rook d4. Oh, so apparently White's winning. I mean, Rook d4 seems right though, and it's not. And there's the draw. There it is. They took a draw there after that was a wild game. I would get out of there too. I missed a fork 2-3 times in the game. That's just crazy there, right, what happened. But shout out. Let's actually take a look at the big boy standings here. Of everyone here, we have Jeffery Xiong winning today. Congratulations to Jeffery Xiong, the young phenom here. Is 9.5 first place, especially with tie breaks. Then we have Plato 3 here. Platty 3. Second place, not sure actually who that is. We have Fair Chess on YouTube in third place. Big Fish Vlad with 4th place. So Hess did not make it there. He did not make it. Naroditsky. There was a lot of fan favorites actually that didn't make it here. Shout out to the you can't even call them underdogs. Not the unfavorites. That's what we'll say, because they weren't the favorites. But they still were, killing it today, especially Jeffery Xiong with a commanding performance here, 9.5 being the top one here, guys. They do everything off tie breaks, so there will be no playoffs, Maroon. But thank you so much, guys, for watching here. This is Title Tuesday. We're here every single Tuesday, guys. So make sure, actually, before we go, this is, of course, the event. If you missed everything, you're just getting here. 3-1, $1,600 prize fund with the format as follows here. Every single Tuesday, 3 minutes or 1 second increment. And the prizes are as follows, guys. So first to 4th place, best female, and the best stream. So you can stream this event if you are a title player. But on top of that, guys, we want to say congratulations to Jeffery Xiong. Thank you for everybody that came out today. Stick around for the raid, and we'll see you actually on the next event, guys. Have a good one, everyone.